challenge them? Is there any opposition to challenge them?
Of course, of course. There's Peter Obi now. No, let me tell you something. The president contested with how many governors? There were governor in Abia. There were APC governor in Enugu, in Ebonyi. They lost Husley. There were APC governor in the Southwest. In Lagos, he lost. So it's not the whole system of playing politics has died.
Because the analysis of political analysis is that the way and manner that opposition has composed and coordinated themselves, there is no way that is a express way for Tinubu to get a re-election in 2027.
I'm trying to get.
There is no opposition.
Let me give you statistics. No matter how coordinated the opposition is, APC is more in panic mode. That endorsement of the president was all about panicking. You can't tell me you contested with a man who don't have political structure, no entrenchment of power in any way backing him. And in the South, entire South, he scored 44.5%. Tinubu scored 35.5%. When we came to the North, OBC scored a large chunk of the vote with 50.2%. So you can't have a man who has scored 25% in 16 states and 50% in 7 states. And you say that you are good. And these are organic votes. These are not votes that were controlled by money. These are not votes that were controlled by people, by party entrenched leaders or elected officers who bring out money and say, go and vote for my candidate. No, people, Nigeria decided. So I think the opposition, no matter how uncoordinated they are, if they get the answer right, if they put up their best their best candidate forward, well, I'm telling you that APC will have nowhere to hide. They will not even see the last vote they got. They won't see it in the 2027 election because the performance is bad. There's so much hunger in the street. Look, check the prices of goods. Look at our GDP has fallen from 300 something billion to 188 billion. So we have a problem that we need to be able to sit down and see government that is, interested and committed to making sure that the life of Nigeria has positively affected. And the Nigerian worker, look at us. They're not getting any money. They're opening all sorts of new agencies for 100 billion, putting Yakubu Dura. We can't have favoritism in government. We can't have government that want to just solely be able to, put people who are supposed to be their structure in place.
Chief Ahmed, we need to close. So, in closing, in assessing this government, so the poorest being failed, the middle being passed, the higher point being good. How would you say this government has performed? Highest been 10, lowest been 1.
Let's give them 1 as well. Let's give them 1 for now. I'll see what they're doing in the next 2 years.
1 out of 10 in 2 years.
People are suffering.
1. They cannot get promoted into the next class.
The price of goods is passed. They can't get promoted.
So this government has failed as far as you're concerned?
As far as many Nigerians are concerned. You can do voice properly. Go to the street, carry microphone and ask Nigerians. It's not me.
President Bola Tinubu, you have heard. That is the assessment of Chief Peter John Ame, 2019 presidential candidate and the former national chairman of the Interparty Advisory Council. Thanks so much indeed.
Thank you for having me.
Although the yacht that you mentioned...
Yeah, any Agbadoria, any sons and daughter of Bala Blue, to dispute what this guy is saying, if he's not saying the truth. In 2023, without any governorship structure, senator, Lord, whatever, Peter Obi was still able, you understand, to clear the vote. Now, the problem here is this. Peter Obi is not scared, he's not worried of 2023. With the obedient, as an obedient, I'm sure every obedient listening to me will agree with this. We are not worried whether Peter Obi win or not in 2023. Our only worry is electoral system, to fix the electoral system so that we can have a system where citizens vote can count. Listen. What the Bala Blue, the Pablo Escobar, what they are backing on is their rigging ability. You understand? They know that in a system that allows free and fair election, if they will get, Tinubu will get 1 million votes. In a system that allows free and fair election, God of always say that Tinubu will not even get 500,000 votes. Are you telling me with this a level of hunger as sheep in town, a system that reduced that turn where they supposed to reach people to executive beggar, a system that have reduced citizens' ability to even feed twice a day to not feed only once a day. Are you telling me citizens will still come and sheepishly vote? The only vote Agbado we get in a system that allow free and fair election, the only vote we get 2027 will be the vote of Agberos. The vote of those that have eaten the crumbs from his political table. Those are the only ones that will vote for him. Guess what? These are less than 1,000 people. At most, less than 100,000. At most. All the politicians in Nigeria put together, they are not of more than 5,000. So let's assume all of them are benefited from him. He will not get to 50,000. That is just a fact. That is the truth. You understand? And maybe some few tribal bigots with this hunger. If the hunger not touch you, it touch your papa. If the hunger not touch you, it touch your mama. If it doesn't touch you, it touch your relatives. It touch your loved ones. That is the level we are. But these guys, they are not ready to give attention to a free and fair election, to give attention to electoral reform. They are beckoning, on this thing, or what's it called? On the rigging ability. But I want to assure these guys, it's not going to be business as usual. They say once beaten, twice shy. We understand that you guys should be thief. Yes. Even, and look at Tinubu. What that comes to me is this. How can somebody be a thief? You will steal from child, steal from your teenage age. Do you remember before election? That was how Tinubu brought out one picture. They were saying that this was when Tinubu was 12 years. Meanwhile, it was the picture of Donald Duke that is stole. How can somebody be a thief from a child, teenage, a thief? Even as a youth, thief. Even in your old age, when you are approaching that kid or approaching 100 years, you are still in your old age. In 2023, you stole Nigeria mandate. 2027, we think it will be a game. It will not be game as usual. Our eyes are open. We are sending our hands. This time, we are ready to give you guys bomber to bomber. Dear obedience, let me give this a thumbs up. Let me share. Let other obedience see to encourage and let them know that there is still hope.
Senate President of Nigeria, Senator Godswill Akpabio. Deputy Senate President, Senator Barau Jibrin. The Speaker, House of Reps, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas. Deputy Speaker, Honorable Benjamin Kalu. The Chairman, Senate Committee on INEC and Electoral Reform, Senator Simon Bako Lalong. The former chairman of that committee, Senator Sharafaddin Abiodun Ali, and all other members of that committee, including Senator Abdulaziz Yaradua, Senator Ireti Hiba Kingibe, and all other members, and also House Committee on INEC and Electoral Reform. Our dear lawmakers of the 10th National Assembly, what is your plan for 2027 election? We want to ask una say, wetin be una plan for 2027? Are you interested in free, fair, credible, and peaceful elections, or you support election rigging and electoral malpractice? We want to know the position of this 10th National Assembly, led by Senator Akpabio and Honorable Tajuddin Abbas. Our dear lawmakers, we carry petition come keep for National Assembly. We give 30 days, which will end by the 6th of June on Saturday. Until today, we never hear anything. By the way, that petition is just to fulfill all righteousness, because there are more than enough petitions in that National Assembly. In fact, you even have the Justice Uwais panel on electoral reform. So we just put this one to include our own voices. Waiting be the demand. Making electronic transmission of results mandatory for INEC. Make we protect our INEC server. We want to know wetin cause the glitch and why we should not have other glitches going forward. In case there is a glitch, we should have rerun of that election. We should not have glitch and still go ahead to announce result. Senators of Nigeria and House of Reps members, share una no come like free and fair election. For 2 years, since 2023, Senate Committee and House Committee, they meet with INEC. Una they do a electoral reform. INEC submit how many point agenda, say they won't do electoral reform, but none of them talk about mandatory transmission of result electronically. Who is deceiving who? Nigerian lawmakers, are you ready to fix this system, or you want to remain the weapon that is fashioned against Nigerians? Fellow Nigerians, you see this issue of INEC where they scream for how many days so? There is no substitute for electoral accountability on politicians. If you fail to fix this system, we dey always renew our subscription for Shege. If you allow the dragging and waiting happen 2023, repeat itself in 2027, Nigerians, we are na express night we dey go. So I thank God, beg you Nigerians, once you see this video, begin to tag all your senator, House of Reps member. The simple question where you go ask be say, my dear senator or honorable, which one you dey? You support free and fair, or you support rigging? If you support free and fair, show working. Why would I never pass electoral reform bill? Who they fear to make electronic transmission of result compulsory for INEC? Una know say there is a timeline. At most by December this year, we must conclude anything electoral reform. Una know waiting they go on, and una know why una they drag, they delay everybody. Nigerians, shine your eye and mount your guards. Dear Senate Presidents, House Speaker, Senate Committee members, lawmakers of the 10th National Assembly, are you truly interested in democracy in Nigeria? Are you interested in free and fair elections in this country? Or you are sitting and putting up a rigging machine, a system that has continued to make Nigerians victims in their countries and not citizens? Nigerians, you must find the courage to wake up and fix this issue. If not, we go nowhere. Na circle we go dey turn. Lament 4 years, lament 8 years. The wars come, we continue. For how many years? May God help Nigeria. My name is Peter for Nigeria. Senate President, which one you did? Free and fair or rigging? Please let us know.